The sequel. Irene sequel. This time with help from Kelly.
Not much.
Redecorating the kitchen.
It's easier.
Hurricane Sandy, the sequel to Irene. This time, we had help from Kelly, because Nick wasn't here. Deborah was up till 3:30 in the morning, putting stuff up. Here's the forecast so far. So these are the high tides. So tomorrow, or no, tonight at midnight, it will be in the yard. And tomorrow at lunchtime, it will be about at the floor level. And then tomorrow night at midnight, it will be 1.5 feet high, if you believe that prediction. The Weather Channel was saying 6 to 11 feet surge, which would be a whole lot worse. I hope they're wrong. We are very experienced now, though. We got our table up with the little leggings, my patented flood protection system. And the movers knew the whole routine. They're like family now. Still have the Halloween decorations up from Pat's family visit. Got cleaning supplies out for the mess when we come back. Got the curtains up. This is our final inspection before we head out for lunch. Got the carpets up on the pool table. This might actually be a pool table, sort of not exactly what we had in mind, but that might be what happens. And then the guest room, which we refuse to call Kelly's room, all set to go. Couldn't move that armoire. We wrapped it up. Don't know if that'll work. And those of you who've been following, see we have a pool. I think we're gonna get some free water. The tide already was almost up to the dock next door. So, Sunday night, 5:30, supposed to be dead low tide. Not very low, not a good sign. Got 2 days of wind coming. This is our last tour here. Last dock next door will surely get wiped out again this year. Their house is a little lower than ours. You can see the construction at our house for the pool, which is right about there. I have one last nice view of the house. We're all ready for the storm. Gonna leave tomorrow morning or tonight if it gets real bad. We're watching the Giants, or Notre Dame fans know that Notre Dame beat the super Oklahoma team last night, so we're pretty happy. We're just doing fine. So say goodbye, 73 Rogers Road. Let me just show you that pool. Tomorrow it'll probably be full of water. Maybe the first and last time. Yep. Looking forward to it. See ya.
Here we're going to have the wind and the energy pushing up there.
Still says 6 to 11.
The Jersey Shore and the New England
Yeah,
coast.
this is our big story. And the track, we talk a lot about Irene. The track is very different, such that you have water driving up Long Island Sound, as well as water pushing up into
This
New
is
York.
us.
This confluence here with a bullseye on northern New Jersey and New York City.
So that's really interesting. If you're in New York, you know about,
It's really
you know
interesting.
about the Hudson River, you know about New York Harbor, right? And you know about Long Island Sound. So here comes the water in this way. Here comes the water up this way. Here comes the water down the Hudson River like this.
This
and
kid's really excited.
Water is actually coming down the East River. So it all meets down here in New York Harbor, and no doubt that's why they've ordered the evacuation.
Right, and including Raritan Bay, you can expect to see significant storm surge. We're talking about 6 to 11 feet above ground, Brian. That's above where you're standing along the shore.
Just think about that there in Perth Amboy and on Raritan Bay at the mouth of the Raritan River. I mean, tremendous storm surge there. And here's where we are right now. 2.6 feet
It's going to be bad,
above
but
normal right now, and the storm is down by North Carolina.
Yeah,
we've done everything we can.
This will continue.
First exit. It's Monday afternoon, 10:20. High tide is at 11:30, so this is obviously not going to be the killer storm. We're lucky the wind has been blowing out of the north so far, but at 5 o'clock it's coming in from the east. 60, 70 miles an hour. They're still saying 6 to 11 feet of elevation, which means 6 to 11. So 11 would be 7 feet high in the living room. 6 would be 2 feet high. So we're going to get wet if they're right. Our neighbor's dock is about to get pushed up and out like last year. I don't think this current tide is going to do it. It'll be the next tide. But we probably will get the yard flooded. This is going to be a real mud pile. Might not. We're packed up in the car. Going to push out at least for this tide. We'll come back this afternoon probably. See ya. Time to go. At least for the afternoon. Just want to show you that being the loyal Notre Dame fans, we are leaving Pat's Kids pumpkins out here, one of which is a Notre Dame pumpkin. This is going to be the year for Notre Dame. Understand it. So we had a little trouble downstairs convincing them we're just visitors, not the in-laws moving in. But here we are at Nick's condo, thank goodness. It's Monday, we're going back out to check the house. It's low tide, so I'm sure the house is fine, but we're driving out. It might be the last time they let us out here. So this is out at the point of Japan, where the waves are coming in. Remember, this is low tide.
Everything's okay after the first tide, but we've got 2 more coming.
The streets. Thanks. Junk. Ooh, glad it's not our car.
Thanks, Nick.
Lights are on, stuff, power. Ooh, a couple of newspapers floated down the street. Might be a little muddy. You might have to go in the back with those new boots you have.
Thanks, Margaret.
Okay. So we're back at the house at 4 o'clock. It's supposed to be low tide. Obviously is not. Still water here. Wind is not that bad yet. Picking up. Oh yeah, it is. Sorry. It is pretty bad. So the dock survived the first tide. I'm pretty sure it won't survive the second one. So the problem is the tide is still in at low tide, so it's coming over tonight for sure. Got a little water in the pool anyhow. Looks a little scummy. Might take a dip before we go back. That's it so far.